Allen here, man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Good Fellas Sports TV, bro.
Here's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Watch
Good Fellas Sports.
Good Fellas Sports.
All right, man. Let's talk about Danny Garcia now saying that he wants to mix it up with Terence Crawford, Mikey Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Kell Brook. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support the channel. Make donations to the channel. It's the best way to donate. Just doing that. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. But Big L said, I strike men like he said I strike men like lightning. You seen what happened in my last fight, friend. I then. That's the power of Big L. This is Danny Garcia wants Thurman, Brook, Mikey, and Crawford. It says Danny Garcia says he wants to fight against Keith Thurman, Mikey Garcia, Kell Brook. When he returns to the ring, Garcia's come back long overdue. He's going to need to make a move soon. Now, the word on the street is that Kell Brook and Eubank's supposed to be fighting in the summer. All right, so he told Fight Hub, I didn't speak no names yet, but I would love to fight Thurman again. I would love to fight Kell Brook, said Danny Garcia to Fight Hub TV. I would love to fight Mikey Garcia, potentially Crawford fight. Not next, but that's the big fight because we have history. So it's always a caveat with Terence Crawford, right? We'll talk about him later. You know, they said according to Celebrity Worth, Garcia worth 8. You don't ever know what Garcia worth, man. He done really, really good with his money, bro. One thing you can say about Angel that he didn't let his son fumble the bag. You know, they say he was in the streets and stuff. The thing about the streets, man, the streets could be business economics 101. It could be. You know, you said, well, what you mean it could be? Man, because you learn business in the street. You learn how to, save your money. You learn how to, a lot of the smart ones learn how to clean their money. It's the same shit that the big corporation do. You know, the difference is it's just the report that you form. You form in the business world. You got to, your report is business. Is if I get mad at you, I'm not gonna go to the car, get the strap, and come back and threaten you. I'm not gonna put my hands on you because I can't do that. In the streets, sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to rule the iron fist so they don't take yours. Take yours. Nigga run off with a half of anything, an ounce, an 8 ball, whatever, something small. You gotta make an example out of them. So, but it's a few that's made the transition from the streets into the business world. 50 Cent being one of them as well too. He said I feel like he needs somebody like me. Danny said about Crawford. There's no big fights in the welterweight division without Danny Garcia. All you have to do is look at the numbers. He said, "quote When Thurman fought me, there was 16,500 people in a Barclays Center and 5 million people were watching. In his very next fight, when he fought Josito Lopez at 2 years out of the ring in 2019, there was nobody in the stands. Nobody cared about that fight," said Garcia. Okay. He said, when I fought Porter, we put 14,000 people in the Barclays Center in 2018. They had crazy numbers on Showtime, said Danny. And his very next fight, he fought Ugas Marshall 2019 in California. There was no one there. No one even cared about the fight. He said, quote, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There are no big fights in the welterweight division without Danny Garcia. The numbers don't lie. All you do is look at the scorecard, said Danny Garcia. So I don't even remember him and Sean numbers. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can find it. But he never translated on pay-per-view. But he can say whatever you want to say, but he's never translated on pay-per-view. That's a fact. He's never translated on pay-per-view. Hold on. So they drew a peak audience of 690,000. Average 619,000 viewerships. That's really good numbers on Showtime, but it's still not Adrian Broner and Mikey Garcia numbers, or Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, or Bermane Stiverne 2 numbers. Still not those numbers. But like I said before, him and Thurman, I mean, that makes sense. A rematch. They both right around the same, points of their career. But the thing that kind of make you don't want to see the rematch is that Keith Thurman beat him. He beat him injured. You know, he beat him injured. So I mean, if he beat you injured, scorecards look close. That's why that's why they say numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Numbers do lie. That's a fact. Numbers do lie. Because if you watch that fight, bro, that fight wasn't close. Keith Thurman just, won the beginning of the rounds and then mailed it in. So that fight really wasn't close. But I would understand it. I mean, Danny Garcia and inactive. He thought about going the 154 pounds. That wasn't the move. All right, I don't blame him. So that's fine. Keith Thurman really ain't gonna hurt you at this point in his career. So I mean, it makes sense. He every fight he named out of the bunch is a non-title fight. Understandably so, Charlo tied up. Understandably so, the 3 of the belts tied up between Ugas and Errol Spence. So so Terence Crawford is a logical choice. But like I said before, when is the last time he stepped into the ring? I don't even remember last time I seen Danny Garcia. He called out Kell Brook at the end of last year. We've been talked about that. So he wanted the American Kell Brook winner. Like I said before, and he's 34 years old. He just turned 34 March 20. So he looking for the route of least resistance. When you start looking for shit like that, you need to get out the sport before you get hurt. Real talk. He looking for easy money. So he last fought Errol Spence. Errol Spence been hurt his eye, made a full recovery, came back about to fight Ugas in a few weeks. And Danny Garcia still ain't came back. And ain't shit wrong with him to our knowledge. It's all of 2021, missing some of 2022. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, what is he doing? What is he doing? So shit. Keith Thurman didn't even came back. He been out longer than Danny Garcia though, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Sugar Ray Leonard, he was there. It is what it is. I'm talking about him, ain't no big fights without Danny Garcia. Boy, nobody care about Danny Garcia at this point. You've been at best, and I'm being nice, pedestrian at 147 pounds. You barely got that WBC strap you holding. Floyd Mayweather said Robert Guerrero won. And Keith Thurman beat you injured. So I mean, honestly, thinking about it, he don't even need that belt. And then he talking about Kell Brook, and like I said before, he probably don't see what's going on. If he really want to fight Kell Brook, Amir Khan said he want a rematch. But if you really want to fight Kell Brook, Kell Brook get an interim fight, it sound like, before the rematch with Amir Khan. You need to jump in there right now, and you need to talk to Kell Brook before he signed to Chris Eubanks in a domestic fight, because his fight with Danny Garcia better than Eubanks. Danny Garcia can make 150, or they want to fight at 154. It makes sense. But Kell Brook, why stay a domestic fighter when you can be on the international grand stage versus Danny Garcia? Come on. And that might be a more winnable fight than Chris Eubanks. Danny Garcia ain't 10% the athlete Chris Eubanks is. He a better boxer, but at this point, they ain't saying that. He's 34 years old. What's Kell Brook? And it's a fight that seemed like it should have happened, right? But Kell Brook had a lot of stop and starts to his career, got stabbed, eye injury, all types of shit, lost his spin. So he's 35. So Kell Brook could be 36 May 3rd. Make perfect sense. So Danny Garcia should get Al Heyman on the hop to go make that happen. He should go get him on the hop right now. Like, go ahead, like jump into the negotiations. And then he talking about a fight with Mikey Garcia, right? What happened? Remember they were supposed to fight a while ago, and I don't know what happened. Then he said he don't know what really happened. So, I mean, saying Mikey Garcia name, I mean, he just lost to Sandor Martin. Everybody act like it didn't happen. Mikey Garcia coming off a loss. So, I mean, shit. I guess he's just looking for them paydays. That's it. That's what tell me. Keith Thurman, Mikey Garcia, So yeah, Mikey Garcia lost 2 of his last 3. 2 of his last 3 has been Errol Spence, Vargas, and Sandor Martin. A lot of people thought he could have lost his fucking Jesse Vargas fight if he didn't pick it up. So I said Mikey Garcia, man. Hey, they both coming off losses, him and Danny, so it might make sense. But that's a fight Al Heyman, it sounded like he tried to make before, and it didn't shake. Didn't shake at all. So, I mean, didn't shake. But at the end of the day, bro, Danny looking for the route of least resistance. That's exactly what he's looking for. Then he talks about Crawford. He says, I would love to fight Mikey Garcia or potentially. Just look at the words that come before fighting. Potentially fight Crawford. Not next. But that's a big fight because we have history. Like, nigga, that fight should have happened several years ago, bro. It's not a big fight no more. It's only, they try to get you to fight. You said the money went right, didn't negotiate, go through Al Heyman, it didn't happen. Whatever it didn't happen. With that fight, ain't a nigga in the world think about Crawford and Danny Garcia. Unless you get a belt at 54 or something, I fight at 54. Ain't nobody think about that. Now niggas want to say people names when it's convenient. But no, not next. Then when? Don't say if you ain't gonna plan, if you ain't planning on fighting somebody next, don't say my name then, bro. These niggas be calling motherfuckers out like they mutual funds or IRAs or fucking some shit that appreciate or get interest down the line. Niggas gonna be fighting in Mike Tyson's or Triller's Legend League. Oh yeah, not next. I don't want to fight. Nigga, you scared. I don't even want to see you get in the ring with Terence. What's the point? Only thing he can do is stop you. That's the only thing he can do is park you, nigga. Parallel park your ass. And what you get for that? He was not good as a welterweight. He surpassed you at welterweight by beating Jeff Horn. His first fight at welterweight, his all-time greatness surpassed you just by beating Jeff Horn. Flat out. So what do you get for beating you upside your fucking head? What do you get for beating you upside your head? What do you get? Revenge because y'all was one-on-one in the amateurs. The amateurs. He all-time greater than you. He better than you at welterweight. He was better than you at 140. I can say, well, Danny had a better 140 resume. Fine. But he got all the belts when Danny didn't. So, I mean, that is what it is. Now you want to say my name, not next. Shit, 2000, 2095, maybe, maybe, if we still around, maybe. And Keith Thurman saying, if I'm 37 years old, then I might move up to 154 pounds. Yeah, I'll just listen to what these niggas talk, bro. Earl Spence about to move up nice. He only got 3 or 4 more years left. I'm like, these niggas don't have no ambitions on moving up and conquering weight class. So how can we even say these dudes are ever pound for pound for real? You lucky if them niggas move up a weight class. Sean moved down. Heath moved down technically. Earl moved down technically. All started up. Most people start above 150, 147 pound mark where they supposed to be fighting. But these niggas don't move up and conquer nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just hilarious to me, bro. Hilarious. Now you want to say potentially or maybe. And he ain't say none of that shit next to nobody else's name. I would love, just look at the words. I would love to fight Thurman again. I would love to fight Kell Brook. I would love to fight Mikey Garcia. Potentially Crawford. Not next. But that's a big fight because we have get out of here, man. You gotta listen to these dudes. Listen to the words they spit out, man. This nigga inflicting fear. If I'm that nigga pulled up on, was it Canelo Uterman fight? He pulled up on him, bro. That motherfucker like he had seen a ghost, man. Like that nigga ain't really from Philly, bro. Sorry, that nigga ain't been from Philly since he fought Lucas Matisse. Real talk. He ain't been from Philly since he fought Lucas Matisse. And that's a fact. So it is what it is, man. If you want to find me everywhere, hit the Linktree link in the description. I'm gonna start pinning in the comment section. You can find me on Anchor, Spotify, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, the whole nine. Especially follow me on Instagram. I'm at Twitter. I'm gonna start doing a couple spaces a week. Join, speak, or you can just listen. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. That's what the donate, comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance notification. We go live, drop a video. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think, comments.